Talk about editing vocals and like correcting vocals, um, like either the timing or the pronunciation or the um, just little tricks to save vocals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna just freestyle and uh, mess up. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I will on timing and words and enunciation, and then I'll show you how to fix it. All right, so let's just record something. Let's record something. I've been fronting all this time, I was just bumping. I'm steadily from Compton. I don't even know what's popping. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. Alright, so let's play it. Let's record something. I've been fronting all this time, I was just bumping. I'm steadily from Compton. I don't even know what's popping. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. Alright, so whether I'm on beat or not. Well, first of all, you see how I recorded it. The volume is okay, but we're gonna need to see these waves bigger. So in order to do that, you go up to here, um, right here, and just click the little top portion of this button to make it bigger so we can see it. So then we go through and identify mistakes. Well, actually, what I want to do first is I want to move it to another track, because this is the track we're going to record on audio 2. We're going to record on that to make any corrections. Alright, so let's start. See where the mistakes are. Let's record something. I've been fronting all this time, I was just bumping. Alright, so I didn't say just right? I was just bumping. Kind of mumbled that. So what I want to do, I was just bumping. I just want to highlight it, and usually we go to slip for this so we can get the exact points of the word. Highlight it, delete it. So all this time I was bumping. So time I was bumping. So fronting all this time I was fronting all this time I was bumping. So what I want to do, I want to say this line again, but I want to start like fronting all this time. Probably all this time I was just make sure I pronounce just better. But I want to rap along with myself while I'm recording so that I can get the right level still. Because if I do it like this, or all this time I was, if I just say just, and all this time I was just bumping, it's probably not gonna go. Let's go up here and highlight this, multi-tool section. Because what you want to do is you want to cut out this part and cut that out and then drag it down. But it's probably too loud. Time I was just bumping. See how it sounds different? Because I wasn't rapping along with myself. I can turn it down, but it's usually easier if you just rap along with yourself. I've been fronting all this time, I was just bumping. So it just gives you a little time to kind of reacclimate or get your voice, match your voice to how it was when you were rapping before. And as an added little benefit, you can save this part and put Apple E to disconnect it, move it up. You can use it as a double. You could do the same thing with bumping too, but I'm not gonna do it. So fronting all this time, I was just bumping. And just turn that down, or you can put effects on that. Fronting all this time, I was just bumping. So you see how we replace that word. So we just keep going, and we don't have to keep this. We can do our doubles and ad libs separately, but sometimes if I say it well enough, I'll keep it and save some time. I was just bumping, and if it's still like still was a little abrupt, this punch in. So that's like that because see how it's cutting this wave off a little bit. Go back to your multi-tool and you just expand it a little bit, and then I'll probably expand it. Let me make it bigger. I'll expand it to about right here where this starts, and then I'll highlight where it intersects. I'll do Apple F for a crossfade, and just OK. And it should smooth out that transition. I was just bumping, so it's not. I was just bumping, so it sounds the same, you know. I was just bumping. I'm steadily from Compton. I don't even know. And then, you know, you hear these breaths in between. I'm steadily bumping. I'm steadily bumping. I'm steadily. So I'll take those out. Bumping. I'm steadily from Compton. I don't even. And every time, I'm trying to catch my breath, I'll take those. Compton. I don't even know what's popping. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. All right, so I was a little offbeat. Popping. Every time. Let me take that breath out. Every time I'm doing something. So every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. So what I like to do with this, if it's me, I can just do it over, or I can move it over. But say this is not me, and say this is another artist, and they're off, and I time it. So I couldn't just replace it. So what I usually do is I'll mute this track, and then I'll say it the correct timing first, and then I'll match it up. So let me see what I said. I'm doing something, I'm copping. Doing something, I'm copping. Doing something, I'm copping. That's what I said. I'm gonna change that later, but so let me see. Every time I'm doing every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. So I'll record that. Let's see. Every time I'm doing something, I don't want to. All right. Every time I'm doing something. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. I said at the same time. Hold on, let's back it out a little bit so I can. Popping. Every. And move it back a little bit. Even know what's popping. Every time I'm doing something, even know what's popping. Every time. Matter of fact, I need to mute it because I can't do it with saying it. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. Let's say I want to do it like that. Every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. Pop. Every time I'm popping. Every time I'm doing something. So what I'll do. So now that I have the time that I want, I'll just make this bigger option and click right on this gray area. I don't know, make them jumbo. All right, so pop every time I'm doing something. So I'll move this up here if this is gonna be the correct timing. What's pop every time? And what I'll do, since they kind of overlap, because I don't think I can get it. They're gonna overlap. I'll move that up here, and I'll just match it up with these waves. Now you see how they don't. Some of them match up, but not all of them. But all I want to do is match up these waves. So let's see. Every time. I think doing something. So this is doing something. This is doing something. I separate that, and then I move it all over, and see how. Let's see. Let's mute this for a second. Doing something, I'm copping. Pop every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. So that's pretty close to it, and it's fine for me. So what I'll do is crossfade here. I'm doing something. So you don't get that abrupt change. Time I'm doing something, I'm copping. Yeah, every time I'm doing something, I'm copping. So you can do that. I mean, if I wanted to get, I could cut this, move it over. I can cut this whole thing and slide it over a little bit, and then fade the transition. But it's good enough. And right now it doesn't have any effects on it, so when I do put effects on it, it'll it's gonna be echo and delay. So the timing issue is not even a timing issue because it's still on beat. It's just a matter of preference. So that's pretty much how uh, I deal with mistimed lyrics or mispronunciations. The only thing I can't correct like that really is energy. So if the artist doesn't have the right energy, you know, I have a couple tricks, but really you want to get the right energy when you're recording, and when it's yourself or when you're recording an artist. But for us, it'll be just us, and a lot of times we're when you guys record, you may not be on beat, and hopefully you can hear like what on beat sounds like, even though your recording is off beat, and you can slide it over to the right timing. Now, if you can't do that, then you're probably gonna have to get somebody else to listen to it and kind of or to listen for timing and kind of give you pointers on where the right timing is, and then you can slide your lyrics. If it's word by word, you can slide your lyrics into place. All right, so I guess that's vocal editing tips and tricks part one. All right.